Night Has Come episode 3 starts with the students at the youth center getting messages on their phones that Dong Hyan was a civilian. This immediately notifies them that he is dead. Meanwhile, the volunteer students return to the youth center and are immediately asked to explain the circumstances of Dong Hyan's death. So-mi is quick to clarify how it happened. On the other hand, Kyung-joon demands to know if they managed to get to the village, and Jung-hee informs them there is no way out. They are trapped. As it stands, their only option is to complete the game. After the meeting, Yoon-jio silently sits by herself and cries. She feels guilty since she was the one who suggested they explore the lines. She blames herself for Dong Hyan's death, and Young-won finds and comforts her. Young-won asks her to get it together and figure a way out instead of mopping around. On their way to the office, they run into one of the students who keeps getting bullied by Kyung-joon. The bully has summoned him, and they try to dissuade him from going, but the young boy is adamant. At the same time, Jung-hee stays at the office, where the phones keep ringing. He soon realizes it is all an illusion and the phones were long cut off. Yoon Seo and Young-won overhear Jung-hee losing it in the office and rush to check it out. He informs them that everything is fake, from the phones to the files in the office. Nothing works. Meanwhile, Kyung-joon and his minions continue to bully Dabeom and ask him to explain the game to them. He explains that one can only know one's role, and it is up to luck and logical thinking to find the mafia. The gang wonders what will happen if they randomly select someone to kill, but quickly decide it won't work. They question why Choi-jun was killed and what has happened so far. However, Dabeom is not familiar with the rules of this mafia game. We can't blame him either. It is an intense psychological warfare that has led to the death of his friends. Kyung-joon takes Dabeom's phone and tries to see if he can vote from it. Thankfully, one can only vote from their own phone. Elsewhere, the other students discuss the game and try to find the mafia and the other participants to devise a game plan. In the meantime, Na-hee is comforted by Hyan-ho, and he treats her wounds. They promise each other to survive and joke about falling for each other. As the students divide themselves into groups, they try to discover how the game works and who killed Jung-won. Yoon Seo, Young-won, and Jung-hee decide they should ask the others not to vote so that no one dies. Before that, they rescue Dabeom from Kyung-joon, and a fight ensues. Kyung-joon tries to kill Hyan-ho but is quickly beaten to submission, even though it is short-lived. Yoon Seo convinces Kyung-joon to stop acting foolish and gather with the rest at the auditorium. Concurrently, So-mi and her gang start blaming each other as everyone seems suspicious. They start looking into the events of the previous day. Eun-ha finds herself in trouble because she was the one who jokingly suggested they kill Hyo-yul. She, in turn, accuses So-mi of pushing Dong Hyan outside the mark. Eun-ha insists she is a civilian, but So-mi's argument holds more water among the other students. Once all the students are gathered, Jung-hee suggests they don't vote, and Kyung-joon orders all the students to put their phones in a trash bin. Of course, some students are highly against not voting, but the majority wins. The students put their phones in the trash can, but Kyung-joon secretly keeps his. An announcement reminds the students they have 1 minute to vote, but they decide to leave it to chance. For a brief second after midnight, nothing happens, and the students start celebrating, thinking they have won. However, an alarm sounds off, and the students start arguing whether to vote or not. Sadly, the announcer starts randomly executing people, and the students rush to grab their phones and vote. One student pulls the electric wires and executes herself, causing a blackout. The students struggle through the darkness to find their phones and vote. Yoon Seo tries to help Jung-hee, who looks like he is having a panic attack. The episode review. Kyung-joon is frustrating, and I hope they vote for him next. Why do the bad people always survive? He is not to be trusted, but mostly because he is intentionally mean and has his little minions to back him up. I hope Junhee can get a grip and try to find his phone before it is too late. So far, he is an amazing character, and it would be great to see him live. As the class president, he feels a sense of responsibility to take care of others, but that is a lot to handle, especially in this situation. It is probably why he was having a panic attack in that last scene. The series keeps us in the dark about the game's creator and why he is doing this. Is it one of the students? Maybe the teacher, or was it some random crazy person who wanted to go on some weird killing spree? We have one more episode left this week. Let us find out what happens next.